Thank you. It's such a comfort to feel the sun on our faces after being locked up in the bowels of the earth. But we're not really safe, are we? They'll surely be coming after us.
We've been there too. We've got to get you out of town first.
The most obvious solution is to take them aboard the Constantia. They'll be safe there. And we'll be able to take them to a safer place.
My companions in misfortune and smuggling would be happy to take them with them. They'll know how to get them to a safe place.
Would you believe that during a meeting on cargo security, I heard there was a smuggler operating in the port? She'll certainly ask to be paid for her assistance, but she's said to be very good at what she does.
Well, we'll find a solution. Stay here. We'll come back for you as soon as possible. Here, take this boat and go board the big ship. You'll be safe there.
Make yourself comfortable. When I get there, I'll find some cabins you can settle into.
Thank you. Thank you so much for everything you're doing for us. May the wind always carry you gently.
Well, have you found out where Kernaz has been carrying out his experiments?
Yes. We discovered a gigantic site under Rasili's laboratory.
Imagine that. The rumor was true. Incredible.
There were a great many soldiers, but also a place where experiments were carried out on my people.
How horrible. And these experiments were done on Kernaz's orders?
Yes. We found letters that make a direct reference to him, as well as scientific research documents.
But however did you discover this place?
When searching the old laboratory that you indicated to us, we found a hidden lift. It went down into the depths of the earth until it stopped in ancient ruins.
That must certainly be the thermal baths from the Astrian period.
While exploring the zone, we stumbled across the camp of a soldier who was protecting an underground building. Inside the building they carried out experiments, and my kin were held captive. These research documents that we found in the laboratory, none of us understand what they mean. But we need clear proof of what these people are up to.
May I take a look? This is beyond my capacities. Even though I do recognize a few formulas. Can, I suppose that you would be far more able to understand what this is all about?
If I could help you, it would be with pleasure. But I'm going to need some time to decode all of this.
We'd better let him work in peace. You should come back later.
I would prefer to wait here if it's all right with you.
Of course. You should make yourself comfortable. It's going to take a little while.
We should probably send word to Zerrin while we're waiting. Then we can go and meet up with her when the documents have been decoded.
Excellent idea.
Here are your documents and our explanatory notes. What you've discovered is terrifying.
We thought as much. But what exactly is it?
This research is inhumane. It violates the code of ethics that is the very foundation of medicine. It has only one goal: to spread death.
The scientists behind this research studied a number of contagious diseases in order to selectively infect and eliminate your people. They chose smallpox as the perfect candidate.
Smallpox?
It's a terrible, often fatal disease that causes a high fever and vomiting. Its most recognizable symptom is the rash and blisters it causes to form all over the body.
That's what killed Sheda.
I'm sorry for your friend, and I'm appalled that a project like that could ever have seen the light of day. The disease is so contagious that even fabric that has been in contact with someone who is sick can spread it. Since your people seem to be more sensitive to this disease than us, and you haven't been inoculated against it like we have, you can imagine what will happen.
We must stop this project at all costs. Let's hope Zerrin's contact is convinced by this evidence and can help us. Why was Shedda the only one of us to die?
You told us you were inoculated. I think the scientists on the ship wanted to see if this method would work on your people as well. You're living proof that it does. Your friend, on the other hand, must not have received the same treatment.
Thank you for helping us understand this research.
I truly hope that you will be able to stop this project from being implemented. It's an abomination.
We'll leave you to your research.
Goodbye. Please feel free to come back any time you need help.
It's time to meet Zerrin at the rendezvous point. Let's hope she can help us.
Oh, there you are. I got your message, and I'm glad to see you're safe and sound. My husband's men can be so violent. Were you able to find out what he's plotting? Did you gather evidence we can use to have him arrested?
Yes. Your husband has scientists carrying out experiments on my people under the greatest secrecy. They discovered that we are more susceptible to smallpox than you are. They intend to use it to selectively eliminate us. Their aim is to conquer our island without having to fight.
How awful. Were you able to retrieve any documents that demonstrate this and prove that he's involved?
Yes. We have research documents. Accounts of experiments that were translated, as it were, by some scholars we know.
Excellent. When I received your message, I immediately sent word to one of my contacts, the Morsinian ambassador. He's a level-headed man, well-versed in diplomacy, who will know how to put an end to this madness, I'm sure. Here's a pass that will get you to the embassy in the military district. Go and see him as soon as you can.
Thank you. You aren't coming with us?
I don't want my husband to know that I'm helping you. It's far too risky. One last thing. I pulled some strings, and you're no longer wanted. You should be able to get around town without any trouble. But avoid fighting, especially with the guards. Let me know if you need my help with anything else, and be careful.
Goodbye, Zerrin. And thank you.
Closer, citizens of Olima. Come and try my panacea. After years of study and research at the Al-Saad Academy, I've managed to create this miracle. It's capable of curing all ailments. Well, almost all. Unfortunately, it does nothing to cure advanced cases of Malachor. But whether you have a toothache, eczema, or stomach pain, Ladies and gentlemen, come and try this incredible remedy, developed after years of research and experiments. This panacea can cure almost everything, and it enhances your health in the long term, making you more resistant to other ailments, such as the Malachor. Thanks to this formula, forget your pains and the woes of a feeble constitution. Rediscover an energetic you. Try it once and you'll be hooked, all for just a few coins.
Does your potion really make people more resistant to the Malachor? It sounds too good to be true.
And yet, everyone knows that healthy people are more resistant to ailments, right?
I'm wary of these kinds of remedies that supposedly cure anything, make you stronger, and whatever else they promise. I don't buy it.
And you're right, because most of those remedies are just smoke and mirrors, but my panacea works. And I'm going to prove it. Sir.
Me?
Yes, you. Come here. Let me give you one of my potions so you can prove its potency.
How quaint. Only in Alima do you find peddlers who sell medicine like they're selling fish. I must admit that I don't give much credence to his speech. On the other hand, it would be fun to play along and see what happens.
I'm willing to drink your potion, but I'm not ill. I doubt that it will have any effect on me.
Think again. This panacea is so beneficial that it will immediately give you a feeling of well-being. And its medicinal virtues will strengthen you and protect you in the long term from all the ailments you would otherwise catch. Here, drink.
It tastes a bit odd, like most potions, but I couldn't say what it's made of, or if it might have an effect. I can't tell you if this potion has any effect. I don't feel any different.
That's because it takes a while to kick in, you see?
I must admit that I'm not convinced. I think it's just an ordinary potion.
Oh, you're probably right. I should not have expected more. Oh, well, enough dreaming. I have to go back to my shopping.
Ah, dear patient, have you come back to try some potions?
I may not know what's in your mixture, but it's obvious that it's not the promised panacea. You should be ashamed of taking advantage of poor, naive people in this way.
You know nothing. The effect sometimes takes several hours to kick in. You'll see in a little while you'll feel wonderful. Now let me be. I have a lot to do.
That man is a dangerous crook. You did well to reprimand him, even if I'm afraid it didn't do much good.
Hey, please, please don't let me rot away in here.
Thank you for answering me. I was beginning to despair.
What do you want?
I have to escape. It would be more than my neck is worth to stay here. I'd end up swinging from a rope just like the others. I can't escape alone, as you can see. So, a little help wouldn't be amiss.
Why were you arrested?
He spoke of others of his kind. A murderer would not be put on exhibition. So what kind of criminal are we talking about? A thief? A traitor? A spy, perhaps? Because you have an accent.
In fact, I am of the Dutan people. But that's not why I was captured, although it best remain unknown. I got caught because of my line of work. I'm a smuggler, you see. I smuggle illicit goods. and people. People like you, actually, from one country to another. It's a bit ironic. Normally, I'm the one who helps others escape and avoid the guards. Now, I'm reduced to begging for your help. Ludwig, we don't know each other, but I know your face from the description on all the posters. Please, we're in the same line of work. You know what they have in store for me. Help me get out of here.
You're Wolfgang, aren't you? I thought your face seemed familiar.
It seems that my description is not as good as yours. So, you're not gonna leave me to rot in here, are you?
I would like to help this man. I know that our situation is already complicated, but I'd never forgive myself if I just moved on without trying to help.
We'll see what can be done.
Well, don't wait too long. I imagine they're already choosing which tree they're gonna hang me from.
Far be it from me to play the do-gooder, but that man has a lot in common with some of us. We could help him, and who knows, it might benefit us later.
Let's see what we can do to get him out of there.
What do you want? If you want to know when the execution will take place, I don't know. I've not yet been informed.
Actually, we'd like to convince you to release him.
You've got a lot of nerve. Freeing Wolfgang the smuggler, when we've been trying to get our hands on him for months. Go ahead, I'm listening. I'd love a bit of a laugh.
You'll have to think hard and fast to make the best arguments to get him out of there.
Sybil?
My dear friends, you've made a terrible mistake. This man is not Wolfgang the smuggler, but Odo, a merchant from the Free Cities. I must admit it's not easy to tell them apart. We often joke about it with my uncle, Alexandre de Vespe. You see, this merchant often comes to sell his goods at the court of Peren. I recognize him. It's Odo without a shadow of a doubt. He may not be the most famous merchant of his nation, but he's gaining a name for himself. And I imagine that harming him could deal a blow to the nascent relationship between the Alliance and this potential new ally.
Crikey. Are you sure? That's Odo of the Free Cities. Good grief. Yeah, he's the spitting image of Wolfgang's portrait. Oh, what a mess. We had to come across a lookalike, didn't we? Well, we don't really have a choice. We'll just have to release him with our apologies.
Indeed. I think that would be for the best.
There you go, you're free. Our apologies for the mistake. But in our defense, you really do look like that Wolfgang fella. If I were you, I'd change my appearance or I'd leave the city.
He's right. You'd better leave as soon as possible.
Thank you. I'm eternally grateful for what you've done for me.
Stay off the beaten track, my lad. That's where you tread quietest.
I shall repay your kindness, I promise. Goodbye.
This is the Morsinian embassy. Only authorized persons are allowed to enter.
It just so happens that we have a pass to meet with the ambassador.
This document seems to be in order. You may enter.
Your Excellence, it is an honor to meet you.
An islander from Tyr Freddy. Forgive me, but I must admit I found it hard to believe Zerrin's missive. Your people are so poorly represented here in diplomatic affairs. It is a true pleasure to meet you. There's so much I'd like to know about your island. But of course, my questions can wait. I believe you had a pressing matter you wished to discuss with me.
Indeed. We'd like to speak with you about General Gurnas. You should know that he is the reason for our presence here, as he had us abducted by his men in order to conduct experiments on us. One of our friends died at their hands, so we are direct witnesses to his actions, which furthered our desire to find out more. With the help of our friends from the continent, we investigated and discovered that he was conducting research in a secret laboratory.
A secret laboratory? Here, in Alima?
Yes, in the caves beneath Dr. Asili's abandoned laboratory.
I've heard about this, but I thought they were just rumors.
There, we found a whole group of my people who were kept locked up in cages to serve as guinea pigs for experiments. Death awaited them all.
What you're telling me is awful. But what sort of experiments could he be doing? Gurnas is a general, not a scientist.
We recovered research notes and had them translated and summarized by other scholars. Look, you can see for yourself.
It's abominable. What absurd reason could have inspired him to take on this horrific project? I know our relations with the chiefs on your island can sometimes be challenging, but that's no reason to eliminate an entire people.
Apparently, he hopes to win enough popularity to be crowned Emperor. But Zerrin could probably tell you more about that.
I'd heard of this imperialist faction, but I admit I didn't pay much mind to it. What madness! An empire! Morsinia and Thraxis would never agree to such a thing. The only thing they would do is precipitate the breakup of the Alliance. Rest assured that I will share these documents with the Al-Sad Assembly, and I have no doubt that they will be just as horrified as I am. However, I strongly recommend that you also take action as well. The Assembly is powerful, but it is slow to act. You will have to do everything in your power to keep your people from being contaminated before the Assembly begins to move.
Thank you for your counsel and your support.
It's the least I can do.
Thank you for having us. We're leaving.
It was a pleasure. I hope we'll have another chance to meet.
Salutations, stranger.
I'm happy you came to see me. I need your help. I don't know if you remember, or were even aware of it, but some members of the Black Oak clan disappeared before we were captured. I met one of them in Olima, and was able to talk to him. He had been caught with the other members of his clan, just like we were. He also lost members of his clan after the same horrible ritual that took Sheda from us. But he and the other survivors were sold to one who buys and sells people. A merchant named Ikbal. He got away. But the others, we have to find them. We must discover what became of them, Ridenger. This woman, Ikbal, can tell us.
Of course. I'll do everything I can to find them. The hardest part will be finding this woman, since this continent is so much vaster than our island.
But there can't be that many women who buy and sell people in this land. Our companions born in this place might have an idea. Someone must know how to find her. You know how to speak to them. I beg you, let's find her and save the Alks. We couldn't do anything to save Sheda. And I don't want any more of our people to die because we weren't able to do anything.
I understand. Let's find her and the survivors of the Black Alk clan. Had väl det en bot?
Nah. Så, Oila.
See you later.
Boy.
Yes? Do you need anything?
Do you know where we could locate that infamous slave trader?
I don't associate with that kind of person, as you can imagine. But I may know someone who could help us find her.
I'm listening.
I know a merchant who is involved in smuggling. She might know where to find the slave trader. She does her business in the port of Alima at nightfall. Be prepared to pay. That kind of person never does anything for free.
Thank you, Ludwig. Maybe we'll go find her.
Here's the coast. We'll finally be able to set foot on land.
You're back. So, what can I do for you?
We are looking for a woman. A slave trader named Ikbal.
So she dabbles in the slave trade too. What scum. But if half of what she brags about is true, nothing would surprise me anymore. I can get it for you, anything you want, anything. I guess that even includes slaves. Ugh, some people have no morals. I do know where you can find Ikbal. May the Malachor take her. She's my competition. She's doing so well that my coffers are almost empty. If you see what I mean.
Here you go.
Thank you for supporting your local businesswoman. But don't mention me to anyone. And especially don't say that I'm the one who gave you the information. Ikbal owns a house on the north side of the district. I could show you where on your map if you like.
Thank you. I think you might be able to help us.
Help you? How?
A few friends of ours need to leave the city discreetly and get to safety. Could you arrange it?
Sounds like something I could do, but it won't be free. It's risky, especially when a group's involved.
Here. Make sure they reach a safe haven without any trouble.
Don't worry. Nothing will happen to him.
In what hole is she hiding? And where is she holding the Black Orcs? We must find them.
Oh, doesn't look like she's here. Ikbal! It's the guard! I have to
What does the guard want? What's he doing here?
I have no idea.
She's obviously not at home. But I can make out some slender footprints. Probably a woman's. We could follow them.
Ikbal! Are you there?
You're not from around here.
The tracks lead to the sewers. She must have heard the guard and sought refuge there.
Let's go. Hopefully she's not far ahead.
She is? It's her!
Leave me alone! What do you want with me?
She's certainly sprightly. We have to follow her quickly if we don't want her to escape.
She closed the gate!
There she is. She's surrounded.
I believe we should help her. Otherwise, the poor thing won't be able to tell us anything.
Thank you for saving me, but I wouldn't have been in this situation if you hadn't pursued me here.
You didn't have to run. All we want to know is what you've done with the Black Ulks. To whom did you sell them?
I don't understand a single word of what you're saying. What is a Black Ulk?
A Black Ulk is a person. A member of an island clan. A Tir Fradian, like the other slaves you sold.
What are you talking about? I never sold slaves. Although I may have promised some. That's it. I promised you slaves.
Let's start from the beginning. We are looking for a slave trader named Ikbal who bought a group of slaves from the prison. Is it you?
My name is Ikbal, but I'm not the one you're looking for. Oh, it's a relief, mind you. In fact, I sell dreams, in a way. People are looking for things. I promise to find them for them. And adios. They never see me again. I assure you that I have never sold anyone. Besides, I find the slave trade quite immoral.
To think that we did all this for nothing. And in the meantime, the real Ikbal is still out there somewhere.
I'm sorry, Nilan. I really thought she was the right person. We followed the strongest lead we had.
I disagree. We could have done better. You wasted so much time on pointless discussions with people who see us as no more than animals, and who do nothing but lie to us.
Calm down, Nilan. Losing your cool and bickering won't help us find the Black Ulks any faster.
Maybe, but there is no way I'm going to just follow you around while you chat with everyone. Since Ikbal is nowhere to be found, let's find her associate. He's looking for her, just like we are. And he has the advantage of knowing her well.
Fine. If you think it's the right thing to do.
Two islanders. Yeah, must be. I heard that a group of people were looking for Ikbal. I imagine it's you.
Excuse me, but who are you?
Are you Qadir, Ikbal's former partner?
Indeed. Now, could you tell me why you've asked half the town about Ikbal?
We're looking for her because she bought several of our people. Members of the Black Ulk clan, who were taken by force and brought to this island.
We must question her. Only she knows to whom they were sold and where we might find them.
I see. I happen to be looking for her too, as you obviously seem to know. She owes me an explanation after what happened. I considered finding her and ambushing her, because whenever I approach her, she flees. I know where she's going next. She has to go through the Esquiara region and take the road that passes over a bridge just outside the ruins. I'm going to blow up the bridge to block her escape. Then she'll have no other choice but to answer our questions. So, what do you say? Are you in?
The plan seems too complicated just to ask for a few answers. And why tell us about it?
She has surrounded herself with guards who will not hesitate to kill me if I come alone. If we come out in force, she'll have to listen to us.
We can't afford to attack her. We must glean information from her.
Rest assured, it's just a matter of intimidating her and sobering up her guards. So, what do you say?
It seems risky. Isn't there another way to talk to her? After all, we just want to ask her a few questions.
Bridengar, she's as slippery as an eel. This ambush may be the only chance we have to talk to her. We agree to follow your plan. What should we do?
Come to the rendezvous point with explosives. And for the rest, you can count on me.
We'll find some.
I'm going to set off to prepare our move. Don't be late.
We'll be on time. At last, a solid lead. A plan to find this woman. We can save the Black Alps, Vridengar.
This man's plan is dangerous. What will we do if Ikbal's guards attack us?
We'll defeat them. Unless, perhaps, you don't want to fight for your people?
That is not what I meant. I'm afraid she'll be hurt or worse if we have to fight them.
You always worry too much. Just trust me for once.
My. Aren't we the sensitive one, my dear Nilan? This obviously has nothing to do with you. And it's clear that this man is using us. And I hope this doesn't come back to bite us.
You're suspicious? Very well. But it's not your people who are being kidnapped, sold, tortured and threatened. We've wasted enough time talking already. Let's find the explosives he needs and go see him.
These are the arid shores of Tainea.
Well, that took forever.
I thought there were people in this camp. Where did they all go?
I sent them off. Don't worry, they're fine. Do you have the explosives?
We brought everything we need.
Perfect. Plant them on the bridge. We'll blow it up as soon as Ikbal gets here. In the meantime, I have some preparing to do.
What should we do once we've planted these explosives? It won't take long.
Wait. According to my calculations, Ikbal will arrive at nightfall.
You don't seem convinced.
What gave you that idea? I'm having the time of my life. It's the first time I've blown up a bridge. I admit that I find it a bit extreme that we're doing it just to question someone. But who am I to judge?
That man exudes violence and pent-up anger.
Stop being such a pessimist. We'll finally be able to talk to Ikbal, and that's all that matters.
I think we've placed everything properly. There you go. Everything is set.
I've finished my part. All we have to do is hide. Behind these rocks, maybe. So she doesn't see us when she gets here. She should arrive when it gets dark.
Come on, Friedengar. Let's go hide.
The bridge was destroyed. She can no longer flee this way.
I hope Ikbal will get here soon.
One thing is for sure. If we want to have the element of surprise, we best keep quiet from now on.
Is that her?
Attack!
Kadir, wait!
It's Kadir! He's found us! To arms!
Protect Ikbal!
You shouldn't have crossed me, Ikbal. You're going to pay for your betrayal.
Kadir, we need her alive.
You never should have crossed me, Ikbal. I'm not the forgiving type.
No! Traitor! Liar! Why? Why did you kill her? She was the only one who could tell us where to find the Black Orcs.
I don't give a damn about your Black Elves and your little investigations. You've been useful so far, but now...
She's dead. And with her, all my hopes of saving our people. Why did he have to betray us?
These things happen. But don't lose hope. Maybe we'll find another way to discover what happened to them.
You're so kind, trying to cheer me up. But I'm just a fool. An arrogant and dangerous fool.
You often show impulsiveness, but to say that you're dangerous...
No! You don't understand, Friedengar. Wherever I go, I sow death. That's why I was so intent on saving them.
What are you talking about?
The death of Toflan, of Sheda, our abduction. It's all my fault. I am to blame.
How could you be to blame?
I spoke to Arenaxe a few days before the ritual. Yes, I know. But he looked friendly. He smiled and asked questions that I thought were innocent. I trusted him, Friedengar. Me! I trusted him. And told him that we were the future Donegada of the village. I was so proud. And like a fool, I told him where the ritual was to take place. And that we'd be alone with our master. Everything he needed to know to prepare the ambush we fell into.
You are naive. But you didn't attack us, or throw us into that ship, or kill Sheda. Nor are you responsible for capturing the Black Orcs.
I'm sorry, Friedengar. You must hate me now. But you understand why it's so important that we find the Black Orcs. It's too late to help Sheda, to help Toflan. But we can save them. You understand? I have to save them.
We will save them, Nilan. Come, let's go and search her body. All may not be lost. Look, Nilan. She had documents on her.
Can you read any of it?
The paper is soaked in blood. Some of it is legible, though. I think it's an address in Olima.
I thought all was lost.
I can't read it all, Nilan. There may be a way to recover the damaged part, but as it stands, I can't tell you where it leads. Would any of you know how to get these stains off so we can decipher the rest of the document?
I know a lot about blood, just like I know a lot about poison. But I admit that I've never had to recover information on a stained document. It's probably not going to be easy. Safia's friends surely know how to do it. Ask her to send it to them.
Thank you, Sybil. I'll do that. Safia, would you know how to retrieve the information from this paper, despite the bloodstains?
We should ask Halise. One of her friends will probably know how. I can have it taken to her. She'll contact us when they've managed to clean it.
Thank you, Safia. We really need to find out what this document holds.